Hello everyone, Joel here from Devon Dives, bringing you another unboxing. The unboxings of this beauty. I'm this far back because this is how deep this box is. This is the front of this game I'm going to unbox, Descent. This is a third edition of the title, coming from Fantasy Flight Games, and I'm just going to show you how thick it is. Side is almost as thick as the front. You've got the back. This is annoying, this bit, but little things, another side in the front. So yes, we're going to do an unboxing of this big bad boy, and see what we get inside, and see whether the contents is worth its price tag. And whatever you do, do not mention the price tag to the wife. I could be slightly in trouble. Anyway, let's have a look what's inside. Okay, so I'm going to handycam mode because of the size of this box. I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure actually the size of this is almost as big as the front. Okay, so I've shown you most sides. It's pretty much the same as around, and I'm pretty sure this will fit into a Kallax shelf either way. What I found annoying was the back of the box isn't the same way up as the front of the box. But hey ho, little things, first world problems. Yeah, doing it one-handed. So here's what we get on the back. This is like a massive big idea of what you're going to get inside this game. Yeah. 3 to 4 hours playtime, 1 to 4 players in cooperative. So that's quite good, and it will require a digital app like all their other versions of these kind of games that have come out in the past. So Mansions of Madness was the first to do it, and then they brought out Middle-earth, Lord of the Rings Middle-earth game. So now this is the next inception of that kind of app-driven board game by Fantasy Flight. So let's get this wrapping off and see what is inside. Okay, so you can actually see this is the just the lid of the box. So this is basically a standard ticket to size lid, and then you've got the extra box depth here. So I don't know what all that is about. Maybe it was easier for them to manufacture boxes like this, but you see that they've added this kind of like tapestry mural of kind of what's going on in this game, which is quite cool. That little tear join is not the best there. That is the actual join, but hey, not complaining. And because actually, I should actually say, I got this from Meeples Corner just today, and because it comes from retail, you get little promo bits. So I've got this, and I've got these. There was meant to be promo cards, which I did not get because he basically got sent only 2 packs when he should have got 12, and so he said the promo cards are to basically swap out cards you already get in the game. They're like different artwork. They're not game changing at all. They're just promo cards. So he said I'll get them in, and I'm going there next Friday as well, so hopefully we'll have them in. But these are promotional. They're all the same, plastic. They must be health trackers. I don't know actually, but they are very nice. So I don't know what these track. I think it must be health or something like that. So you got 4 of these that came if you bought. These should really come with retail, and there'll be some online online shops that did get them. Then we're going to open this one up. So we got the hybrid Centurion promo figure, which I've actually already seen. So here it is. It comes in its own box, and it is just an extra figure. And as we were discussing already, it's kind of like shaded. I think it's got a bit of inking in here to help it stand out. Very nice. Different type of plastic altogether. I believe this is like this for a reason. See the detail. Sorry for the shaky hands. It's actually quite warm in my little studio when I've got the door shut. Look at the detail. I would like to say I want to give this a go at painting, but I am so behind on stuff. If I like this, then it will have to take a back seat till I get round to painting it. So that's the promo stuff. Nothing special. So let's have a look what we get in here. I might have to change. Okay, so here's a little demonstration of how it fits into my Kallax shelves in my own house. You can see it fits in nice and snugly, sweetly in this section. But this could be the problem if you do have it up this way, is it's going to slide off the bottom. So it does also fit in very neatly on its bottom, and there's a little bit of a gap where you might be able to fit in maybe an expansion in the future or another game that is that size. So you can see it fits very well in a Kallax. Okay, so I think we're now there. Now sorted myself out, I might be able to do this. So it's almost top down unboxing itself. Comes a lid, UV spotlighting in. Oh, look at all that, actually, that's quite nice. Little bits of UV spotlighting, nothing on the back. So, as usual, we're met with rulebook, learn to play. Then we've got the lore guide. So this is basically telling you all about what goes on. Map of the city. Interesting. Be interesting if it kind of correlates with the original. I only played the second edition, never played the first edition. So this is the rule book. This is how to play. Very spaced out. There's a lot going on here. There is a lot going on, but hopefully the app will deal with all this as well. There's the book. Now we've got like the IKEA way of putting your furniture together, because it does come with some furniture pieces. And oh, you got some putting together of some monsters as well by the looks of it. Is that going to be Realms of Teflon? Is this going to be the next one? Oh, role playing. Okay, right. So this is interesting. So why are we given two? So this is exactly the same as that one. So how is it a promo? Except for this one is shaded only ever slightly. So you can see here, I'm going to take the wing. I'm going to take this out. So these. So here's the wings to that hybrid one, and here's the one we got. So you can see they've basically put a very light inking shade over the figure to make it all pop, which I could bloody do myself. So I don't know why it's called a promo. It's just an extra character. So basically, I've got that already. And then we've got more figures. 2 trays. So these look like all monsters. Got some kind of wolf. Oh, sorry. Wolf looking like creatures. Very snug. How did that go back in there? Got figure that out. Like that, maybe. I don't know. Like that, maybe. Like that. Some kind of witch kind of character. Which actually they could all do with that kind of wash. And I think even that will make it pop. So that might be one thing I do, is just wash it. Cool, that looks intricate. Is actually hollow around the body, so some kind of floating vessel. Interesting. Got some. Can't get that one out. Just I want to be really careful with this because they're very deep, feel very delicate, even though detail. A little bit of a bent arrow. Might have to be straightened up with a normal way. That is some kind of person. I was going to say skeleton, but I don't think it is. Anyway, that's that. Who else we got? We got this one. Looks like the character from, a little bit like the character from Street Fighter. Not Zangief. Oh, what was that name? A bit like him. Some big ass claws. And then the last one on the tray. Very intricate. I think he's got wings. I thought it was a cape, but I think they're wings. Okay. And now we've got the next tray underneath, which comes with more bodies. That one's going to easily come out. Some kind of big knight. Got a couple of like, looks like some kind of monkey, flying monkey kind of thing, Wizard of Oz things going on there. So much detail. I would love to know how like the modelers have patience to do this, and it must be an absolute nightmare for the people that make the molds and that and get it right. So, and last one of the monsters, I do believe. I can get him out. Some kind of weird thing you kind of find from the labyrinth. Got some kind of mystical star thing going on there. Ooh. Very nice. And then we've got what I hope are the heroes in this. There's lots of heroes. We got like a dwarf lady, female dwarf, big club, crossbow and a shield. And we got an elf by the looks of it, the usual elf with a long bow and that, and a sword. Looks like an elf, quite possibly be an elf. Oh, that's a bit delicate, that one. I'd love to know how they expect people to get these out. We have something that looks like a wizard. With some kind of celestial bird coming out of flames. Maybe a phoenix. I don't even know what that one is. I thought it was another bird, but it looks like some kind of lizard with a great big staff. Then we got some kind of other creature. I don't know. I'm going to stop guessing what these are. He's got some big claws, he's got a big tail. And the last one, we've got this, a female warrior. Very nice. So that's the crates we now get to. Oh, the big heavy punch boards. I'll save those for a minute. We have some, looks like some kind of stands, blocks. I don't even know what those are, so slightly weird. Now I think these go into the bases, and I think these little markings, which aren't that clear, mark their health spans, maybe? Might be wrong. So you see little two indentations. They all fit neatly in there. And there's different colours, so I think they go for different regiments. We have the dice. And we've got some pins, things for probably... The dice are quite nice. Kind of similar to what I remember the other dice used to be. A little bit, kind of bit more, feel a bit more plasticky. Quite nice. We have cards and cards and cards and cards. Oh. And a free pack of Descent sleeves. Just a small one. A taster to make you buy more. So we got cards. I think these are equipment first. Got some shield over the top equipment. Potions. More potions. Yeah, lots of potions. Smoke bombs. More potions. Enhanced potion. Mud potion. Wonderful. Something my kids usually make when they're in the garden, when they're younger. Now it's good the cards are not wrapped in that clean film, that cellophane stuff, and it takes ages for you to get out. So we got some statuses maybe. It's very blandish. What I'm kind of used to, Fantasy Flight Games is not used to kind of doing this kind of bland. It's almost like they've taken a step back from that kind of over the top artwork, put loads of effort into making the cards. They've gone with a simple, clean, approach to the artwork, and I don't know if why, whether it's a cost saving or they actually have to say we've gone too far. This is a third pack of cards. So we've got more potions, more equipment, more stuff. We've got weapons. Now I think the promo cards that were meant to come with this replace some of these cards from what I remember. Let's see if I can find one I saw. It's green. I think it replaced, one I saw was one of these bows, and it replaced it, and I think the artwork was just slightly different from what I can remember. So that's all you're missing out on. There's about 12 of them as well. I do believe, as I was told, the app includes it. Now here we got the player mats. So this will highlight the names and what each of the characters did over what you saw. A dragon hybrid outcast he was. That weird lizard thing. Chance. So he was a Heinrich's rogue. So it looks almost cat-like. So that's quite nice. So he's human. Wizard? Most likely. So it is an elf. Oh, so we've got some lava tiles, some swamp tiles, some stake tiles, and some water tiles. Interesting. And what is wrapped in cellophane? And I think they do this just to help like bits not falling out. But it is heavy. Okay, here is the boards. I'm not going to punch these out, but half of this is 3D scenery, and it does come out okay-ish. It's a nice feel, double-sided. So again, what they used to do was have the train doing different objectives. The rest of this punches out quite well. I'm going to hazard a guess that these slide together. Maybe. I don't know if that's right, but 3D column. So we got bits and bits and bits. Some tokens by the looks of it there. More tokens. So this just looks like it's full of scenery stuff. You've got a gate with push out bits here. Interesting. So here's the dials. Yeah, so they must be health dials because you've got a big heart on here. So this is what these plastic ones replace. It's actually quite nice. Looks like more scenery, more tokens. Oh, trees. Interesting. And looks like some kind of big monster. So, what I might do in a minute is do a bit of a stop motion capture of me putting this all together, maybe. Seeing how fun that is. So there we go, this is the unboxing of Descent, Legends of the Dark, Fantasy Flight game. You do notice I actually haven't pointed out Act 1. So I hope there must be more to come. I really do hope it's not Act 1 or Act 2 the same size as this box, because it could be quite costly. Ooh! Hello! Hello, there's a little surprise. So, this is actually deceiving, and it didn't occur to me when I opened this up that actually this is lower than that. That is the bottom. There's the back of it, which is basically, I don't know, dark side of that, and then down in here, look. It's actually storage, I believe. This is what they designed. Why the box is so big. It's actually storage for... Now I'm just going to have a cheeky look inside. All the 3D environment. Maybe this comes into it. I don't know. No, probably not. So, this big box is a little bit of an illusion. Does that fit over the top of that? Is that the same size? No, that's the same size. So yes. Wow. Now you can see the full picture-rama of the side. So yes. So okay, that's the full unboxing of it. Thank you for watching. Do check out, I will probably do a little bit of a kind of time lapse in a minute of me putting everything together. and having fun like that, and then seeing how well it fits into the bottom section of the box and how well it all packs away together. So stay tuned, watch this, probably about 5 years long, but check it out, and check out my other stuff, more to come. Hopefully I can do this, play this ASAP, and see how well it plays. So thanks for watching, and I catch you later on some other unboxing or video I do. Bye now. Hello there. So this is basically a quick time lapse of me putting together most of the 3D terrain in the box, so you can either help yourself, it might help you, or you can just laugh at how stupid I am sometimes. But here we go. So I think at first I actually went a little bit crazy, and I thought I'll just pop everything out and put it together like that, and then I realised my mistake partway through doing it, and thought, no, this ain't great. This is quite cool. It's bendy bit card. They are for the chests that I do later on. So yeah, I'm still popping stuff out without really thinking about it, and then suddenly comes to me that maybe I should wait until which bits I start putting together. So because there's a nice little diagram to the left of me showing how to put stuff together, what bits go together. They were all numbered. Every piece was numbered individually, starting with a letter to highlight the furniture, and then each part of the furniture had its own number, which is quite handy. You don't have to follow the numbers to the letter. Well, you have to follow the letters, but you don't have to follow the numbers. But you might want to just check that, like, some of the furniture have similar markings to like its base or something like that, so you might want to keep that in mind. But it didn't really matter if you mixed up the letters around to there. So I've made tables, and I made some kind of barricades. That was the first one, was barricades. Now I'm making these little tables. So I made large stone tables first, and then these are like small little kind of bar study tables, and each on the top has a nice different styling, different artwork to it, different colours, and on the back of it has actually a plain table surface, so you can flip them around and have your choice, or maybe the game will tell you which one needs to be on. So the next one I'm doing is actually the Cauldron. I punched out the wrong thing there, so we got two bases and a top piece for the Cauldron, and it's actually, again, it's a reversible top. It's got a empty side on the other side, where you can see there's kind of a green ooze in this Cauldron. Next, this is some kind of like altar table. So it's got like candles on it, it's got a book, and like the book's at an angle, you'll see in a minute. Like it's actually quite cool. It's like one of the coolest small pieces that I made. Next is the well. Got a little bit of trouble because I lost a piece and I had to try and dig around for it. So yeah, it's got a base, it's got a top, and then it's got like an overhanging roof bit. No bucket to it, but it's quite cool. Now all finished, so that's the well. And then we got some arches for doorways, or just arches into entrances. So when I was doing my first bit of the video, I put those two columns together, but they were actually for these archways bits. So there was actually two archways. I just didn't realise and didn't put the second one together. Next, I am doing bookshelves. There's 4 of them. So it took me a while to get my head around the first one. The other problem with these boards was a lot of the furniture was mixed up on different boards, so you have to go a bit rummaging around and trying to find all the pieces. Here I'm just trying to organise myself, make sure I've got all the pieces I need, and they're all left and right handed, so I know which one's which. I started putting it together, and then I got a bit OCD with it and actually took it apart again. Basically I wanted like the rounded sides of the punch boards on the outside, and make it all kind of a bit uniformed and a bit neater. So here you see I've dismantled it and I'm putting it around, switching the sides around. Now the only thing that I kind of dislike, kind of with the cardboard furniture, is that the sides will have still the brown edges to it, and yeah, I might have to look at like filling the edges in with the right colour to just make it look a little bit more neater and a little bit more like not cardboard but furniture. So I've done all three of them. I actually stopped the video and let it rest a bit while I did the other three, and now I'm on to trees. Not the trickiest one, and they're actually, but all three are a little bit independent, asymmetrical, let's say, different styles, different artwork, so quite cool. I don't know if that will matter in the game, maybe. It might tell you to put the mushroom tree out somewhere, but we'll see. So, as I said, quite simple putting these together. Probably one of the easiest ones. Next up is doors, and now we're getting towards the end of this putting together, and the boards are being quite empty, so I'm just also now going to clear some of these boards of excess tokens and that, so I can get rid of the boards and all together. And the doors are just a simple 3-piece fit, a couple of stands for each door. Again, I'm trying to hunt down a few stands that are missing, and to finish off the doors. So we've got about 4 doors and 2 of the gate doors. 4 wooden doors and 2 of the gate doors. Now these were a little bit tricky. These are chests. Because they are rounded cards, they are split down. Got splits down the top to make them rounded, and then you've got side panels in to hold it all together. It's quite a cool idea. It's not. I think it's not the first time I've seen this before. But the trouble is, cardboard can be quite weak, and at some points, like the split is very, very obvious, and again maybe needs a bit of filling in of colour to just stop it looking like cut cardboard and more of a chest again. So got 4 chests. Each one has a slight different colour variation on it, which is quite cool. Now we've got some steps. So these are getting onto some of the floor terrain. So these are steps leading up. There's 4 sets of these, and actually these are the easiest bits I found to put together. Slot the bottom one in, which then sits into some grooves. Tie it together. You slot the middle piece in, again the same as the bottom piece, and it fits together, and then you slip the top piece on, clips in basically, and that's it. Easy, easiest piece, I said. So we'll cut through this in a minute. Now we're on to the trickiest part altogether. This is the dragon skeleton centerpiece. It's one that's used practically a whole board itself, and the instructions weren't that clear, and I had spent the most trouble on this part now, trying to put the skull together in the right way. I mean, you do get instructions, but it wasn't clear. And I tried different ways, and I was trying to push it together, and it wasn't just working. It felt like it was going to break any minute now, and I kind of had to go back and start again. And I literally did. I took it apart. I thought this ain't working, and tried from a different angle. So those are side pieces and support pieces, and that piece is the top skull bit. So then I put that. I think I fitted that on first, then put the supports in, and then tried to fit in the like drawer pieces, and even that is really tight and really fiddly. Again, at some points I felt like I was going to break the thing, just trying to get it to slot together how it should. And I spent most of the time on this. The rest of it goes without the hitch because it's quite simple. But altogether, after I punched out this skeleton, it took me about 12 minutes to put it all together. Which actually quite a lot of time compared to the rest of it. So here I've finally got the skeleton together, and it looks pretty cool once it's now together. Not skeleton, but the skull together, and it looks pretty cool. Now I'm going to put the rest together. We've got some hands that just have claws that slip on. And then we've got the spine, arms and the spine going together. You can see the spine's got some little jagged extra bone pieces sticking out, like spine spikes sticking out the back. Put the hands on, put the wings on, and then the skull goes on top. And here we have the finished article. Very impressive. Quite complicated to put together, but very impressive nonetheless. Next up, we've got the columns, supporting columns. So in this game you will build terrain that will be at different levels and raised up, and these support columns will help with that process. So you will have unique layouts of each time you go into the dungeon, which is quite cool, quite a good concept, and a good way of just making something different. So it'd be interesting to see what it's like when it is done. And there you can see here I found the second archway that I missed before. Finally put that together. And now we've got all the tiles. I'm just showing you the backs and fronts of them, so you can see there's different backs, different fronts. Also you might spot there's a column there that has not been put together. That's because I couldn't find the other piece, but I did find it when I tidied up later on, so don't worry, it's not missing. I thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please stay tuned, there might be more that I will do for this game in the future, but I hope you enjoyed it. Stick a like on it, subscribe to the channel, it all helps, and I'll catch you in the future. Thank you very much, good night.